Hi everybody and welcome back to my channel. My name is Laura, or lauraxstitches, and I'm back for another Flosstube video. Going well with this 2 weeks time frame, which is really good because I have lots to show in terms of WIPs today due to magical stitches, as everyone probably knows. Yeah, so I'm really happy to be back on this Sunday. I've got little, if you're wondering, little penguins in my ears because I keep seeing their little feet hang out, so that's what that is. First of all, thank you so much to everybody for your beautiful congratulations for our engagement, which I told you about last video a couple of weeks ago. So it's been a month. It's a month today actually since we got engaged, so everything's a bit crazy still, but that's really fun. I did just want to kind of go a little bit serious and then go into the stitching stuff. Everybody will know about the New Zealand tragedy that's happened last week. It's really funny in Australia because we have lots of banter with New Zealand, and you know, we're like neighbours, so we joke around a lot, but it was really really hard to hear about. And if you don't know, I don't even want to call them a person, but the person who actually did what they did was originally from Australia, and that makes me feel really sick. Obviously I know that there's people in the world that think like that, but it's just, for someone like, we're all people that would never ever come across in our minds or anything like that, so it's just hard to even think about. Yeah, it was just really interesting, not interesting, but really, it was interesting how I felt about it, I suppose, because I was thinking about how close it is to home. So I wanted to send my good thoughts and you know, I don't really know what else to say about that, but to the people of New Zealand, and particularly the Muslim community, because it's not fair for them, I suppose. Yeah, and I know you've probably been seeing some aftermath, but their Prime Minister is just awesome. And everyone here wishes that she was ours. So, because we have definitely different Prime Ministers, and this one that we currently have, no. Anyway, I am going to move on from there, but I just wanted to mention that right at the start because I think it needs to be talked about, it needs to be mentioned. And Lisa from Lisa's Stitching and Stuff, I don't think she watches my videos, but I watched her most recent one, and just sending you and everybody there all the love at the moment. Okay, it's hard to like transition from that. Can you do that? I don't know, but we're going to move on. Now it was crazy 2 weeks, as you can imagine. One of the reasons why it was crazy is because Queer Eye on Netflix released another series, and when Queer Eye comes out, I stop what I do and I watch it all, and I watched it all in about 2 days. There was only 7 episodes, which is really sad, but oh my goodness, what an amazing show. I love that show. It's a whole new cast from their previous ones. This is their 3rd season, and I just love it all. I love all of it. So that's what I did, but I also did some stitching, so that was this week just gone, and I caught up on homework at near the end of the week. But yeah, lots to talk about. I think I've got like 6 WIPs happening. If you do hear dogs, my bedroom's just there, and Matt's in there in bed because it's only like 9:15 on a Sunday, and they want to go in, but they're not allowed to. So all right, let's keep going. So lots to show, lots to talk about. I have them in an order here just from what I looked at on my phone, but because they're in a massive pile, I think I'm just going to grab the first one and talk about that one. So the first one is Kings and Queens of the UK, and I wonder if I have a picture because I keep inserting pictures, and I would so just rather show you one, but I'd have a feeling, oh, you know what, I'll show you this little one. I just fold it in half. So it's going to look like this, and it is actually going to look like this because on the original they don't have the other flags of the UK, but I want to put them in because I'm Scottish, my family's Scottish, also English, but I wanted to put all those in. So that's what it will look like in the end with clearer dates, obviously. And I'm up here, this side. I'm up here-ish, so I'm nearly finished the second row. And I was having a look at it, and it does go pretty quick when you actually work on it. This was a little sale I was doing by myself, doing one king or queen a month, but with magical stitches. I've kind of changed it. I just stitch it when it fits. So this is being stitched, hopefully I put in a picture of what it looked like last time, but it's being stitched on a piece of 32 count Lugana from Colour Cascade Fabrics. It was a Fabric of the Month exclusive limited edition one, so I don't have the name for it. It's just purple. Here we are. The needle minder is from Once Upon a Needle Minder on Facebook, and it's the Ravenclaw Diadem Horcrux. Let's move in a bit. Last time you saw it, I hadn't quite finished Henry V, but he's now finished. So here's this one, and then I moved on to Henry VI. So I just colour complete them, so that's why it's all black. He looks kind of terrifying right now. This was used for just the one prompt, which was this week. This week's homework, we had our elective classes, and there was 5. You only had to do 3, but you could do 5 to get extra points, so I did that. And you only had to stitch on them for 200 stitches, so I thought I could do that pretty easy, which I did. And this was arithmancy because of the numbers of the dates that was approved by the admins. So this is the only one that I have that has the numbers on it at all. So this is what I've got used. And this will pop up in plans a little bit later. So there's that one. If I can just fold that properly, that would be really great. Next one is actually a new start. I don't start WIPs to fit prompts. If I don't have it, I will just do the penalty stitches because I'm trying to get things finished. But this is a small. Now, if you remember from January or February, I have a whole bunch of smalls that I am but that's what I'm starting this year. I'm only starting small pieces, which is anything that's 100 by 100 or less. That's a small to me. And I selected, I think there was 10 or 11 of them for the Ultimate Stitching Challenge, which is the yearly one. And this one just fit really well into one of the classes, and I will use it for Ultimate Challenge coming up really soon. So it's going to be hard for me to show you a picture because it's from Cross Stitch Crazy magazine, and the picture's on the pattern. So I'll try and kind of, so it's going to look like this. It's a geometric lion. Sorry about that. And there's a couple of others in the series, like there's a fox and a wolf. The lion's there, but yeah, so I'm doing the lion. And I use it for divination because the lion is the symbol for the star sign Leo, and that's why I'm using it for the Ultimate Stitching Challenge, because it's Neville and Harry's star sign. I think that's how it works. So here it is at the moment. So I only did 200 stitches on it. This is a April 2018 fabric from Sparklies. Again, it doesn't have a name, but you can kind of see the yellow in here, and it's actually got purple through it as well. This piece is oranges, some yellows, some reds, and some pinks. So they're beautiful colours. This needle minder is from Ginger Stitch AU on Etsy, and he's awesome. He's got heaps of cool stuff at the moment. Yeah, so I cut a piece. Obviously, it's terribly cut, but anyway, I was a little bit worried when I saw this of the width, but I went out to a point where I could easily count, and I'll fit it easy. It's actually smaller than I thought it was. So that's it there, 200 stitches for this week's homework. This will get picked up again, maybe for homework next week, but probably for Ultimate Stitching Challenge. It is it's not big because it's under 100 by 100, but it's got a lot of stitches in it, so I can use it for homework if needed. Probably won't. I'm trying to stick more towards the WIPs that I'm trying to finish off, but yeah, so that's my small at the moment, and the way that works is once this is finished, I'm allowed to start another one for myself. The one I finished earlier, which I showed you last week, was the Lizzie Kate Fear Less Hope More. Even though I'm doing it in a series, that particular pattern was finished, so there's that one. Oh, next one I've actually had quite a bit of progress on, and this one is the Soda Stitch Princess Collection. And I'll pop in a picture of what that looked like last time you saw it. I'm stitching this one on a piece of, oh, what is it? 32 count even weave from Sew It All, and I think it's called like Cloud Green. Yeah, but I'll just show you. I mean, I can show you they're all going to fit on this one big piece. But let's zoom in a bit on her, and I'm currently stitching on Snow White. Oh my goodness, I can't fold today. It's just not happening. Here we go. So, before I start, this needle minder is from JK's Cross Stitch Supplies on Facebook. Now, this is where we're at. So, as you can see, excuse me, I have finished the back stitch on her for the top half. The way this works is that half, or not half, but that part of her is one page, and then her feet and the bottom border are another page. So that'll be what I do next. But doesn't she look cool with her back stitching? She looks way more obviously defined. She looks super cheeky, which I love. It's also got like grey snowflakes around it, which actually you can see better in person. That's okay. That back stitch was not too tricky. There's actually a fair bit in her hair, which you can see probably more in person because her hair's black, but I think she looks fantastic, and it made me really happy to see that finished. I started this for Mania in 2017, and this is one that I want to finish as soon as I can, and I actually really enjoyed stitching on her. So and I like there's not many colours. Like her dress only has 3 different, there's a darker yellow, a yellow and a white, and I really enjoyed it. Sometimes it's nice to have a piece like this, but she looks rad, so I'm really excited to keep going with her. Now, what was she used for? She was used for a number of things. She was used for homework for ancient runes, and you were allowed to do anything with writing on it, and because it's got her name at the top, that was fine. She was also used for extra credit for this month, which is March and April, for Prisoner of Azkaban. And she was used for set in another part of the world, because all of the princesses on these are set in other parts of the world, and I made sure to research and put that in my comments so it would still be allowed. Hopefully that works out anyway. And she was also used for doing a redo of a challenge. So you had to do a homework or maybe an extra credit that you missed out on, but you had to be enrolled for it. And I was enrolled in most of year 2, which was February, and I didn't do the one about stitch on something with a weapon, and the poison apple is used as a weapon against Snow White, so I did that, and that was another 500 stitches. So she's had 1200 stitches done on her, including all that back stitch, and really the back stitch is more than that, but you can only count two back stitch is 1 stitch in counting stitches for this challenge. So there we go. Next one is Fast Food by Stitch Rovia, and I don't have a picture of this, so I'll pop it in. I'll also pop in a picture of where it was last time, and this has just been stitched on 18 count Ada that was in my stash, just white. This one has been used for a couple of homeworks and an extra credit, and I'll explain that. So here we are. You'd think I've finished the first page, but I haven't quite. It's very close. This needle minder is from Stitching May Designs. Stitching May Designs. No, it's not. It's from Shop May Designs. There we go. So this was used for week 3 homework, which was stitch, I just nearly ate that, a certain number of stitches in brown, and I focused on the burger one. It was also used for Muggle studies, because this is very muggly, and there's a drive-through sign on this, and I thought that was pretty Muggle-tastic. And it was also used for stitch on something that sucks the life out of you, like a Dementor, for extra credit. And this fabric, can you hear this? It's very stiff. So it got, I'm just going to fold it up a bit. It got 600 stitches on it, or might have been 700. So I've got all the burger done down to here. There's a couple of rows of brown left in the paddy, and then that page will be finished. There's 4 pages of about that size, so I'm probably going to just go straight across and finish this top half next, which will be nice because it's got burger, but it's got like a little advertisement sign here and a few other things, so it'll be nice to have something a little bit different, which would be good. But I've still got to do all this border again. Ugh, it's going to kill me. Hopefully there's something about, they usually have something about a WIP you don't like stitching on, so this is what I use for that. But it's getting heaps of progress. So okay, that's fast food done. Couple more to go. This next one is in my most recent Taryn bag that Carly bought me as a birthday present, so thank you. It's so beautiful. It's unfortunately not a Harry Potter WIP because I don't have one going at the moment, which is really sad, but I love this so much. And it is the Fantasy Cell by Lakeside Needlecraft, and here's a photo of it, what it will look like when it's finished, and where it was last time. This is being stitched on a piece of 32 count Jobelan by Colour Cascade Fabrics in Forbidden Fruit. And here's where we are now. Not a whole lot of difference for this one. It was used for 2 homeworks. So the first one was for stitch on something with claws, and this piece has a few creatures, including this dragon. Now, it was meant to be a real creature, but they allowed Harry Potter creatures in it too, and I thought, for some reason, I thought this was a hippogriff, so it's like, cool, cool, cool. Then I realised it was a dragon, so I commented on it saying, oops, I hope it still counts, and it did, so thank goodness. And the other one was Care of Magical Creatures for this week, because they're all there, like unicorns, mermaids, dragons, phoenixes. They were the 4 I kind of focused on there. And I was working the whole time on this middle page of border at the bottom. So what I've done is I've completed this for that page. This still needs a tiny bit of back stitch, which I'll get to when I do all the back stitching, and then I've just focused at the bottom. So that one didn't get heaps. I think it got about 500 stitches, but it's 500 stitches. So that was cool. This is another one that's going to be a finish this year. It just has to. Look how close it is. I've just got to do the rest of this page of border, and these 2 creatures. So next thing I'll do is the mermaid, and she's in the middle. Then I'll come down to this border and I'll finish with the phoenix, who's my favourite. I'm so excited. So that's that one. And the last WIP I worked on was the Magical Medieval Mansion Cell by Lakeside Needlecraft and designed by Tiny Modernist. And the Fantasy Cell is designed by Doreen Jones. I'm not sure if I said that. So that one, here's a picture of what that would look like when it is finished. It's not quite all released yet. The last part releases in a few days, but here's kind of a gist. And also where I was last time. I'm stitching this on a piece of 32 count Murano by Sparklies in Welcome to the Jungle. And here it is now. This needle minder, oh, clearly I was still going. Oh well. This needle minder is from Needle Minder Obsession, which is unfortunately closed or closing, and Colour Cascade is getting all of their needle minders. So if you want them, go there. Here's where we are. So I worked on this for a couple things. One thing, I lied. It was an extra credit. It was something to do with a map, and I thought that this would work because on maps, castles are there. So when I put that, I did ask if it would work, but I didn't get a reply because there was so many comments. So what I did was, on my post, I got a picture of a map that has a castle on it, just from my phone. I just took a screenshot, and hopefully that counts. If not, it's still 500 stitches. So I've been working on these couple pages here. So I've just got to do, there's some partial pages down here, and then I just need to finish this section here, and then I can actually start on the rooms, which would be great. But we're getting there. I just really wanted the border done before I did anything else. I get a bit, I just feel a bit more accomplished, and like, not so accomplished, but like, It means I won't have anything to do after I do the rooms, if that makes sense. I can just focus on them. And the dragon that's sitting in the top corner. That'll probably be the next thing that I do. There are the WIPs. I've worked on 6. I am not usually one that likes to change WIPs all the time, but I have been. And Matt keeps going, why did you swap again? It's because I have to. Homework says so. But I really like it. I really like doing that. Let's go into haul. Not heaps to show, but I will show you a couple of things. We had our, what we call it, annual crafting weekend that I do with the girls in my family. So it's usually mum, myself and my sister, 2 of my cousins and my auntie. So we go away for a weekend and we do crafting. Now I'm the cross stitcher, like that's what I do. There's other cross stitchers there, but they also knit and I'm not a knitter. So we went to a place called Bendigo in Victoria and they have the woolen mills, which I've heard people talk about before from overseas, so it's obviously quite famous. And we're walking around there and they're all buying their wool and blah, blah, blah. And then I was like, I wonder if I could crochet, because crochet is like really interesting to me. So I bought a crochet hook and a ball of wool. And then we went to Spotlight, our crafting store, and I found this book. So I purchased this. And I was like, cool, this is going to show me lots of stuff and I can use YouTube. And then I saw this book. I couldn't leave it behind. I know that it's really advanced. I know. But it's so cute. Like, look at the little pile of them. They're adorable. There's like every dog. Not my dogs, because they're very Australian, but there's every dog. They're so cute. Anyway, so I had a go. So this was the ball of wool. I know this is probably like people are like, oh my god, don't do that. It's my crochet hook. This is the ball of wool. I had a couple goes at a few, like just trying to understand what's happening, and I got really frustrated. I don't know which is the back, which is the front. I got really annoyed, and I think it's because I had everyone trying to tell me what to do. So what I need to do is I need to sit down in a room by myself with YouTube and just try, without having my auntie take it off me and stitch, or someone else tell me something, or someone else tell me something else. So I'm going to need to do that probably on the school holidays, because while I have limited crafting time, I do cross stitch because it's my number one love. So that's a thing. I'd love to do one of those dogs, but oh my god, it just confused me so much. So I need to have a go at that another time. Sorry if you're wobbling, you're on my ironing board. Last video I mentioned that I had a voucher from my sister for my birthday to spend at 123 Stitch, and I had, and it was coming, and it got here like 2 days later. So I'm going to show you everything I got. It's all charts and they're all smallish. Small. I got a Mill Hill kit, and it's the Autumn Harvest honey pot. I really like the food ones of these, and I'm going to, when I do them, put them on the fridge as magnets. And I really like honey. And I thought it was just like really pretty. And those colours are very me, like the blue, obviously. Lots of people commented about it being a sapphire, which was really nice. So thanks everyone. There's that one. I also picked up some of the bits of the Frosty Forest series I still needed. So I still needed Snowy Reindeer. So I've got that one. Snowy Foxes, which is very cute. And Snow Girl's Cottage. I think I'm missing one now, so I need to get those. But it wasn't in stock, I don't think. So I still need to get that when I next do an order from 123 or from somewhere else. I also purchased, I had a little bit of money left on my voucher and I wasn't really sure what to do. And I decided to start collecting the Main Street series from Country Cottage. I really love it. It was between that and Welcome to the Forest, but because I had Frosty Forest, I kind of wanted something a bit different, and I love these. So I bought the first couple. I think that the first two, I just went on their website and picked the first two that came up, and they are the Bookstore, which is the yellow one there, and the Flower Shop. which is the blue one. And I like the idea of doing them individually. I'm not sure how that would work in terms of how I finish them, but that's kind of what I'm thinking. Frosty Forest is one big piece I'm going to do. Haven't started it yet, but it's one that I will do, and as a full thing. So I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't know what I'll do for the Main Street one. I'd like it to be like little individual ones, but then you think of a street as a long, like you think of it all together as well. So I'd have to talk with Matt about where I'm going to put it in the end anyway. And the last one I got is just a standalone country cottage. It's all country cottage except for that Mill Hill kit. I just really like them. And it's a pattern. It's not part of a series, and it's called Up, Up and Away. I just thought it was adorable. It's so cute. It's got really nice colours in there. Cute writing. I like it. Oh, I thought it was sheep. It's not sheep, it's flowers. I was like, why is there sheep there? That's really cute. I really like that. That's my haul. That's all I have, because I'm not doing any things of the month or anything. It's all good. What I'm going to do now is quickly talk giveaway, and then I'll go into plans. I have been very slack with sending stuff because of work. So what I did last night is I sat down and I looked through who'd won for the past few videos, and I marked them down if I had their address. I highlighted them, and there was a few that I didn't have their address and they hadn't sent them to me, because that's what I kind of ask for people to do if they win. So I went back and commented on a few comments, so I can actually say who those were in case you don't see that and then you watch this video first. So I commented on Envy Stitcher, who won the seamstress, Debbie Duarte, who won Live, Laugh, Love pattern, and Dana Boyce, who won the wedding sampler. I've commented on all of your comments just to send me your address. I couldn't find a comment, and this is a call out to this person, and if I don't hear back from them before my next video in 2 weeks, I'll re-give away this pattern. And it's Dinah Lee. You or she won a magazine pattern, which was a wreath, a Christmas wreath, and I couldn't find your comment on that video. I don't know why, unless you've deleted it. I'm not sure. If you see this, can you please send me your address? My email is always in the description below, and as is my Instagram. They're the two ways I'd like to get your addresses. So yeah, those people. I think that's all I needed to say about that stuff. So if I don't hear back from those people within the next couple of weeks, because some of them are from a little while ago, I'll re-give out the giveaway. That didn't make sense. I'll redo the giveaway for those things, or I'll just put it out there. So last week, we had 4, yes, we're giving away 4 things. So that's this week's ones. So one of the ones we were giving away was this Butternut Road pattern, and it's called Spirit Dancer. Before I keep going, I'm just going to tell you the rules for entering, by the way. So these people followed all this. They are over 18, so you need to make sure that you have parents' permission if you're under 18, because they need your address. So it's a bit funny. They didn't say giveaway, so don't say giveaway in your comment. I also just say, if you don't like, because I do magazine patterns, if you don't like people ripping them out of magazines, or you don't like patterns being folded, don't enter, because some things are, like this one I can't, but like that wreath I would fold into a normal size envelope. Because I am like paying for all the postage and stuff, I need to make it as cheap as I can. So yes, so please do all that stuff. And in your comment you write, I would like to stitch that, and I tell you a word. This one was, I'd like to stitch the dancer. And I had a few people enter this one, and the person who won was Andrea or Andrea Storm. So congratulations. My email's in the description if you could send me your address, or send me a message on Instagram. There we go, that's that one. My geeky stitching code, because I give away one of these every week, is Be Awesome or Don't Bother. And Stitching Mum of 2 Monsters, and I can't remember her first name, and I was meant to find out because we've talked before. I do apologise. You won this one, and you were actually the only one who wanted this one, so you're going to get both of those, which was the smile. There was a few people that wanted this, and her name came up, and I don't really mind giving 2 away to someone, so there's that. So congratulations if you can send me your address as well. If I don't already have it, I couldn't remember, and I was having a look through and I couldn't see it, but can you just send me it again? Even if I do apologize. And the baby one, this is going to Laura Jeffrey. So congratulations. Could you please send me your address? I think I have another one of these as well. This is the Deb pattern, because I always have a Deb pattern, and it's like a blue version as well. Okay, let's get on to this week. So this is the Deb pattern. If you don't know what a Deb pattern is, a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful friend and viewer of mine that's been watching me for ages, Deb, she sent me a big parcel of magazines and patterns that she was happy for me to give away. So that's what I'm doing. This one is Promises by Just Nan. It's a nice little one. I'll see if it's got... It's 46 by 45. It does have beads listed around the side, so you can get the beads, or you could probably just stitch them in. If you would like to stitch this, say I would like to stitch the Promises, and that will enter you into that one. I have another lavender and lace. This is the last one I'm giving away, I think. I'm pretty sure it is. And this is Angel of Spring. I don't really have much more to say about that one. Angel of Spring. If you want to stitch this, say I'd like to stitch the angel, and that will enter you in for that one. My geeky stitching code for this month is, or this video, is You Make Me Feel Gooey. I've stitched this before, stitched it up, super cute, it's beautiful and bright, there's little marshmallows, it's adorable. If you want this one, say I would like to stitch the marshmallow, and that will enter you in for that one. That comes with a pattern on the back of this sheet, and then the colours there. I have some kits of Geeky Stitching Co that came in the boxes that I haven't stitched, and I probably won't. So eventually I will be giving those away too. But that's that one for this video. And the last one I purchased from Cross Stitch Stash Unload on Aussie, the Aussie one on Facebook. And I was going through my stash a while ago, and I'm just not going to stitch it. I do like it, but I'm just not. And that is Home is Where You Hang Your Needlework Sampler. This is by Eileen Bennett, and it's also by the Sampler House, so they kind of distribute it, I think. That's what it looked like. There's lots of different types of stitches in here. There's some cross stitch, but it's lots of different types of stitches throughout the whole thing. The instructions are the actual pattern part. I'm just going to do this. That's all hand drawn, but the instructions are not. So I don't know if that matters, but if you would like to stitch this, say I'd like to stitch the sampler, and then I'll know that you want to be entered in for this one. This one I won't fold. The others are too small anyway, but this one won't get folded. Boom, there's the giveaway. I will have a new giveaway next video, which will hopefully as well be in 2 weeks. Well, actually, let's just check on my trusty device here. When is 2 weeks? Because it'll be just before I go away to Mittagong. So I think I'll leave it to 3 weeks, because I'm going with Carly to Mittagong, and then I'll have haul, probably, definitely. So I will leave it until after that. We might film some stuff that I'll put into my video as well, because we're good friends and I want to do that. Okay, last bit is plans. We will get homework on Monday, which is tomorrow, and I usually get it in the afternoon, early evening. So that's the plan. Just keep going with homework. In terms of the ultimate stitching, I have, actually in terms of extra credit, I've finished all the ones that I can do for March and April. One of them was about something from the 1990s or earlier. I don't have anything that I'm currently stitching on that would fit that. Excuse me, wanted to yawn. So I just didn't do it. And the other one was to watch the movie. I've really recently watched the movies, and I'm not someone who likes to watch them close to each other. So if it comes up, it comes up. If it doesn't, it doesn't. That's okay. I did 9 out of 11, so I was pretty happy with that. So that means that once because I like to do homework, then extra credit, and then homework again, and then extra credit again. Then when all the extra credit's finished, I now move on to the Ultimate Stitching Challenge. So at the moment, the one that I'm currently working on is Kings and Queens. I paused it to do the homework, and so I'll restart it. So that's what I'll be stitching on if the homework's finished. And once that's done, I have about 750 stitches left on that one, because you have to do 1,000. I'll then work on the geo line, the geometric line, and that'll be another 1,000 stitches on that one too. If I don't see myself getting that done before we get back to the next video, if we happen to, the geo line won't be done, so I won't be able to start a new one. I mean, it might be done, but I highly doubt it. So I will probably just pick one of my WIPs to do the next one. I'm probably the castle sale, because I have a few for that one. I'll just pick a different one, because all of the WIPs that I've shown you today, they're also part of the Ultimate Stitching Challenge, because like I said, I really want to get them done. I may even go for the princess one, because she's got the most to do. Don't know. Lots of decisions to make for that one. I might even spin a wheel to get that good thing going again. So that's the plan for the next couple of weeks. So I'll be back. I'll be on school holidays by the time I get back, which will be the first weekend of the school holidays, and I'll make a video then, or just after I get back from Mittagong, not too sure. And showing you what I have purchased, because no doubt I would have purchased something, probably Mirabilia, because I'm a crazy person. But I might even get some threads or some fabric or something too. I think that's everything. So thanks again so much to everybody for your lovely messages on my last video. Very much appreciate it. Make sure to follow me on Instagram at lauraxstitches. I've started posting a bit more regularly than before. I did a big post catching up on all my WIPs, and then I've been doing them every couple of days when I've had significant progress. So I think that's everything. Have a wonderful couple of weeks. I'll see you at the start of April, or like 10 or so days into April. And I'm loving Flosstube. I'm watching so much. I was going to do some shout outs, but I forgot to write some stuff down, so it's annoying. Maybe I'll do that next time. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye.